Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. It's still the morning crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This morning, Health Thursday is focusing on brain drain in Nigeria's health system. Brain drain in Nigeria's health system. And of course, we'd like to get your thoughts. It's all about you on how this brain drain can be addressed. Now, was an incident that was on the news, really covered everywhere. Though we hear the people involved gave a reply saying it wasn't true, but indirectly they said it was true because they also admitted that you have medical health workers leaving the system, leaving the country, to go to the abroad. Well, today we want to recall that there has been a reported massive brain drain in Nigeria's health sector in recent years, as many medical doctors, nurses, health workers have been leaving the country on daily basis, even though the federal government is saying that there is no deficit of doctors in the country to serve over 200 million people. Well, according to a report, Nigeria produces about 1,600 doctors every year, and 1,200 are leaving the country. This is according to the Nigerian Medical Association chairman in Abuja branch, or the chairman of the Abuja branch of the NMA. His name at the time, it was Ekpe Phillips, who was the chairman. That was in 2018. Of course, some time has passed, and we know that it will probably not be the same. The numbers may be going up. It is estimated that at least 12 Nigerian doctors leave the shores of this country to practice overseas weekly. That was in 2018, according to an article in Premium Times. By now, it should be up. By now, it should be considerably up. Okay, so as I was saying, this brain drain issue is a big one. In Nigeria, there have been concerns about the relocation of doctors and other medical personnel, to other countries around the world, leading to understaffing of hospitals. Nigeria is said to have lost over 9,000 medical doctors to the United Kingdom, Canada, and United States of America between 2016 and 2018. If you want to look at the figures, in 2023, obviously it will be way more than that. And that was said by the then president of the Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Enoset Uja. In April 2020, during the maiden NMA annual lecture series themed Brain Drain and Medical Tourism, the twin evil in Nigeria's health system in Abuja, the then NMA president said, and I quote, brain drain worsens the already depleted health care resources in developing countries like Nigeria and widens the gap in health inequities worldwide. He says healthcare workers generally migrate from developing to more developed countries, leaving a sea of health workers where the need is greatest. So it's not a lie that when doctors leave the country, nurses leave Nigeria to go to other parts of the world to work, there is a gap. There is a gap. We want to look at what was revealed by the House of Representatives recently in a press briefing. The committee paid a visit to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, where they say that they noticed, or they were told that there were about 5 wards that were empty, and because the doctors had left, health workers had left, medical professionals had left the country to go work outside. Though the chief medical director of the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Idiaraba, Wasiu Adeyemo, later denied the news that the hospital was in a critical situation, shutting down some of his wards owing to brain drain. The man who said that was the chairman committee or House of Representatives Committee on Health, Amos Magaji. He said 5 wards had been shut down in Lasuth, with about 150 beds affected. Now, the the from what I've seen of the statement of the CMD, he's not saying that those words have not been shut down. But what he said, I just want to quote him. Okay, what he said, I'm not going to call the other ones, blah, blah, blah. What he said was that owing to renovations he said owing largely, let me use this word, largely to ongoing renovations, they had to close some wards because of renovation. This is what he said, quote, owing largely to ongoing renovations and not strictly for jackpot reasons. Owing largely to ongoing renovations and not strictly for jackpot reasons, we had to close some wards. And you can read into that. Is it damage control by the CMD? Because if you say owing largely and you say not strictly, it means that there's jackpot in there, there's also renovation in there. We'll look at more of what Lassus is saying. But the truth is, it is an existential problem and a threat to the health system in Nigeria. Andy Akpotive is a health administrator and a social reformer. Andy is with me right here on the Morning Crossfire to talk about this because he has first-hand experience. And he's an author of a book on healthcare in Nigeria. Andy, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Kofi. Good morning. Nice to be here. Good morning, Lagos.
All right. Yeah, you wrote a book on healthcare in Nigeria. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's called Health Management.
Unveiled. How to run a profitable hospital business in Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Andy, nice to hear from you. Andy had sworn he would never go on radio again after
Absolutely.
after the 2023 elections.
Absolutely.
But Andy, I had to
You
tell
brought
Andy,
me back.
you can't say no to me. And Andy, this won't be the last time. I'll bring you back again. He joins us from the city of Port Harcourt. Yes. You have to keep talking, no matter what happens. Nigeria will keep rising and rising and rising. Okay. So Andy, nice to have you on the program.
Nice to be here, Kofi.
Yes. What's your assessment of the current state of availability of health workers, medical practitioners in Nigerian hospitals, especially public hospitals? You're in the system. You know what's on ground.
Yes. Kofi, I should state that first, for the records, I have been in the system for well over 18 years practicing. Like, I am not someone who is strange, someone who is coming from a foreign land, someone who does not understand the turns, the curves, the bends of the health sector in Nigeria. I have been in this sector actively practicing for well over 18 years. As a matter of fact, 19 years and some months. I trained in Luth, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. I've had other trainings, including doing my PhD in public health at the moment in the University of Port Harcourt. Haven't established this so people would understand that I have got the askings, if you may. I've got the qualifications to talk very strongly on this subject matter. I wrote a book, Unveiled, How to Run a Profitable Hospital Business in Nigeria, the first of its kind in the medical sector. And in it, a 10-chapter book, I had explained critically, what was to come. The last chapter was a prediction, a threefold prediction of what was to come in the health sector. Unfortunately, Kofi, I sent through DHL a copy of this book to the 36 state governors of Nigeria, informing them of what was to come and asking that there are certain things that they should do, and if they did it, they would be able to insulate the health sector. And I even offered to assist them pro bono, establish a bureau that can make this happen. Guess what? No one of them reached me back except the Nasarawa state governor, promising that we will get back to you. I wrote it twice, or sent it twice to the Lagos state government where I was born and I grew up. I wrote and sent it twice to the Delta state governor, my state of origin, and I wrote it twice so that you will understand. Now, coming to your question directly, the word that comes to my head is topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy. Everything has gone topsy-turvy. And I also do not like to see the cup as, half empty. I like to see it as half full. So I'm going to start off this conversation by talking about some of the strengths, some of the goods, quote and unquote, that this Jackpot syndrome presents to us. But before I jump in there, Kofi, you are very right on how the CMD of Luth explained away this imminent danger that is in front of us. You know, when you say not largely because of, right? You are saying that it is part of it. It is a part of it. And when you are saying it's not largely, it is substantially, how did you put the word? To replace is a part of it. In any case, I haven't trained in Luth. I will tell you, and I means no words to say that virtually all the wards in Luth, they indeed all need renovation. I means no words to say to you. Female medical wards, female surgical wards, male surgical wards, the pediatric
Andy, I don't know if you're on the move. Yes, yes. I don't know if you're on the move, but the network isn't.
And say to you that.
Yeah, I don't know if you're on the move, but the network isn't too great because your line is dragging. Andy, are you there?
Let me park. Okay, let me park. Is it better now?
I think it is. Is
it better?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, like I was saying, I can't say, haven't been an insider.
Okay, Andy, I tell you what, I want you to log out. I want you to log out and then log back in. If you can hear me.
All the words.
Okay, we have to go.
Actually read.
All right, he's going to log back in so we can get a better connection because that was becoming difficult. I'm sorry about that, people. But hey, your thoughts are welcome. We would like to hear from you. We've heard from, the House of Reps Committee on Health. We've heard from the CMD of Luth. The fact is that, yes, those wards have been shut down. But this is what he said, quote, owing largely, he said, they closed some of the wards, owing largely to ongoing renovations, but not strictly for JACPA reasons. So he wants us not to blow it out of proportion, but the fact is that it's an existential situation. He said, quote, we can't underestimate or underrate the reality. However, we must not blow it out of proportion so we don't cause panic among the people. So you want to read into what he's saying. It means he's saying that it's a reality that we should not underestimate or underrate. But it doesn't want us to cause panic. So indeed, it's a problem. That's what I'm reading from the CMDs. But I was trying to be diplomatic about it. Yeah, and I mean, he's doing what he ought to do. Andy Akpotive, do we have you back?
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay, it's a bit better. Yes, yeah. Please go
on.
Okay, Andy, the line is still bad. We have to call you on the phone. I think it would be better if we place a phone call through to you. Sincere apologies for that. We'll place a call through to Andy and see if we can get him. He's a health administrator. Sorry about that. But hey, you can call, for those of you listening, 0700993993. This JACPA syndrome or JACPA issue is a big problem for our health sector in Nigeria today. And whilst the CMD of Lasut has said it's not really totally true, let me put it that way, that they have to shut their wards because of a lack of health workers. Maybe there's some truth to that because he said we can't underrate it or underestimate it. We'll get back to our guest. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Oga Kofi.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
This is Ola from my church.
Ola, nice to have you. Please go on.
Well, my work, I do Uber work.
Okay.
So I have opportunity to meet several people on daily basis.
Okay.
Many of the medical practitioners, because I do have conversation with my riders, many of them, in fact, one recently confirmed me that him and his wife are both doctors. That they are living in less than soon. So this thing, there's no way, there is no being dramatic about. People are living. The country is in a bad shape. That's just the truth. They should stop bamboozling Nigerians.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate calling in. 0700-993-993. So you can whitewash it however you want, is what I think he's trying to say. But the truth is before our eyes that there's a problem. I'm not saying that the CMD is wrong. No, he is a CMD. He knows what's going on there. He can tell us the real situation. It's his hospital, but generally, I'm sure he's also agreeing that we have an issue on our hands. Hello, Andy Akpotive. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm back, Kofi. Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's a bit better. We have 2 minutes. Let's just take a few more from you before we go for our break, Andy. So you were saying?
Yes, I'm here, Kofi.
Yes. You were making a point, so continue what you said.
I was saying that in any case, and to give context to this conversation, I thought I should make the listeners understand that I trained in Luz, and I have been practicing actively in this sector for well over 18 years. Currently doing my PhD public health in the University of Port Harcourt. So I have been involved in this sector from when I left school. Having established that, I should quickly say that given the explanation that was presented by the same thing Luz, one would see that he is just being politically clever. Because in that statement, you will see that he's not saying that Japa syndrome is not a reason why the wards are empty. Not saying that. He may not be saying that is the reason, but he's also in that sentence or in that statement that it is a reason, right? So he's just playing with article, the definite article and indefinite article by saying not entirely. If we want to really do renovations, I would say to you that indeed virtually all the wards, male general ward, female general ward, male surgical ward, female surgical ward, police area, some Kofi center, all of the places in would actually need urgent renovation. We should be renovating everything if we really do need to renovate. Now, because I don't like to see the cup as half empty, I like to see it as half full. I will start off by talking about the gains that we may get from this Japa syndrome before I begin on saying the calamity that is going to be for this
okay.
predicted.
Andy, hold on. We will know that what you've seen, that prediction you have, but we will just go for a short break and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Please stay with us.
This is an infomercial.
Now, already know we are very much in the scene of double with oneplay.ng. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Oneplay.ng does not plan to let up because this Christmas, oneplay.ng is hitting you with the jingle jackpot. What does it mean, you're asking? Well, 500,000 naira will be up for grabs on Friday, the 22nd of December 2023. And here is how it works. On the morning crossfire on that day, 100,000 naira will be given away. On what Tigers? On that same day, 100,000 naira will be given away. And of course, on the sunny side, 100,000 naira will be given away. It doesn't stop there because on the hard fact, 100,000 naira will also be given away. And of course, on Come On, 100,000 naira will be given away all in one day, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, to qualify, all you have to do is play the one-day game between the 12th of December and the 22nd of December 2023. That is all it takes. Just by doing that, you qualify to be in the Jingle Bell jackpot. Now, to play, do not forget, it has not changed. Go to www.oneplay.ng, pick Nigeria as your station, and play with as little as 500 naira. In a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or you could pick up your phone and dial *347*880 *hash, and just like that, you will be in the draws. Now, the more you play, the more your chances of winning. Remember to play responsibly and make sure you are above age of 18 while playing. Now, oneplay.ng is a registered trademark of the Lagos State Lottery and Gaming Commission. What are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? Start playing, winning, start spreading the joy. Merry Christmas.
Are you ready for the next wave? Join us at Entertainment Week Lagos 2023. It's all happening at Live Sport Ontario, number 4, Obaelegushi Beach Road, Ikate, Lagos. From the 13th to the 20th of December 2023. It's a revolutionary gathering. 50 plus speakers. Join us as we shape the future, elevate your skills, connect with industry titans, showcase your talent. Don't ride the wave, be the wave. Entertainment Week Lagos, 30th to the 20th of December. For how to register, please visit ewlagos.com. Supported by Renton, Heineken, Pepsi, US Content, EWL for the culture. Entertainment Week Lagos is an initiative of LifeSpot Foundation.
Wazobia Academy is making waves and achieving remarkable success in training the next generation of young, promising talents in the cultural and creative industries. Our internships of companies like Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and more, and nothing short amazing. Excel in speech writing, becoming an OAP, master shooting and editing, or explore fashion, music business, and creative skills. And don't miss our latest addition, content creation for social media. It's your chance to shine in the digital era. Take the exciting step towards your dream career with Wazobia Academy. Contact us, info@wazobia.academy, or call 090-8826-5038 or 091-111221. Join the next generation of cultural and creative superstars. Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead.
It's due you December. That means making statements your way, just like the queens of Real Housewives of Lagos. So just relax, because it's about you enjoying top-tier entertainment like Wura Agu, School Run, and so much more. Only on Showmax. Do You December is also for the young ones and international movie lovers. Do You with SpongeBob, Fast X, and No Hard Feelings is festive anywhere, anytime, without interruptions. Do You December is all about you. Subscribe now to showmax.com.
Hey there, folks! The holiday season is here, and you know what that means.
It's time to treat yourself with Xiaomi's incredible end-year promotion.
Get ready for a shopping extravaganza from the 20th of October to the 31st of December 2023.
We've got amazing discounts on your incredible Redmi Note 12 series, Redmi 12C, Redmi 12, and the latest Xiaomi 13T.
But that's not all. When you shop with Xiaomi during this festive season, you stand a chance to win cash prizes.
You could win a whopping 6 million naira in cash.
But wait, there is more.
What's more?
You get 20% discount off all Xiaomi products, plus exciting prizes like Xiaomi TV, Xiaomi luggage, and more instant gifts during this special promotion. It's a deal you don't want to miss.
With the Ember season coming, now is the perfect time to treat yourself.
So, make your wish list. Head over to your nearest Xiaomi authorized store or visit Xiaomi on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter now. Xiaomi, making every season merry and bright.
Xiaomi. Let me explain why I switched my company's healthcare partner to Reliance HMO. Our old partner didn't process payments in time, so we had delayed access to care. It meant that I had to add sorting out team members' medical issues to my many HR responsibilities. Can you imagine? Reliance HMO solved these issues, didn't stop there. Their app allows us to connect to a doctor 24/7 via an internet connection. It even gets better. After consultation, the prescribed drugs are delivered free of charge. Yes, managing the healthcare of my large staff is easier than ever. I registered everyone in the shortest possible time. Why wouldn't I choose them? Make a smart choice like me. Choose Reliance HMO today.
For more information, call 0700 735 42623. Reliance HMO, the next generation HMO for business.
As the Christmas bells ring and joy begins to flow, in this season, Chivita juice is the way to go. Correct enjoyment, cheerful celebrations. In this season, Chivita juice is the way to go. Chivita season is here. Whoever you are, this Christmas, enjoy your Chivita.
Everyone has a Chivita. Enjoy your Chivita this season.
Enjoy your Chivita.
Hey Lagos, so if you look forward to a mind-blowing experience this December, then you have to listen to this gist I'm about to give you, okay? So Word on the Street is one of the biggest Africa's export is coming home. Yeah, the mind-blowing stage musical and concert is here. Introducing Afrobeats the musical. So where would you rather be on the 16th of December? Come experience the art, the emotions, and the magic of Afrobeats live on the big stage. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Your face will be pulling up live. I'm talking about Ilebae, Neo, Thatcher, Yemi Craig's, Gaga, Groovy, Nasboy, and many more. And the host for those, Eniolua and Layu Wasabi. Afrobeat the musical will take place on the 16th of December 2023, and it is going down at the Balmoral Convention Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time it's 5 p.m. There'll be special performances by some of Africa's biggest superstars, including Walt, Bayani, Odudu Black, and a surprise performance by one of Africa's biggest superstars. I'm sure you're wondering who. Well, if you want to find out, you definitely know what to do. Get your tickets now at trx.africa/Afrobeats. That is small letters trx.africa/Afrobeats. Lagos, you definitely do not want to miss out on having a good time. So mark your calendars for the 16th of December and make a date. Afrobeat the musical. Afrobeat is coming home. Hey Lagos, so if you're looking forward to a mind-blowing experience this December, then you have to listen to this gist I'm about to give you, okay? So what on the street is one of the biggest Africa's export is coming home. Yeah, the mind-blowing stage musical and concert here. Introducing Afrobeat the musical. So where would you rather be on the 16th of December? Come experience the art, emotions, and the magic of Afrobeat live on the big stage. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Your face will be pulling up live. I'm talking about Ilebae, Neo, Thatcher, Yemi Craig's, Kanaga, Groovy, Nasboy, and many more. And the host with the most, Eniolua and Lai Wasabi. Afrobeat the musical will take place on 16th of December 2023, and it is going down at the Balmoral Convention Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time is 5 p.m. There'll be special performances by some of Africa's biggest superstars, including Walt, Bayani, Odumodu Black, and a surprise performance by one of Africa's biggest superstars. I'm sure you're wondering who. Well, if you want to find out, you definitely know what to do. Get your tickets now at trx.africa/Afrobeats. That is small letters trx.africa/Afrobeats. Because you definitely do not want to miss out on having a good time. So mark your calendars for the 16th of December and make it a date. Afrobeat the musical. Afrobeat is coming home.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigerian Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. Still talking brain drain in Nigeria's medical sector or health system. I guess this morning, Andy Akpotive, a medical health or medical administrator, is I guess this morning is also a social reformer who believes so much in Nigeria. We're trying to hook up with our producer on the Morning Crossfire, Zainab, who is currently at an undisclosed location. I'll let you know where she is to give us a report. I saw Zainab on the line. I don't know if she's still there, but do we have Andy back?
Yes, fine.
Okay, Andy Akpotive. Yes. So you said you looked at your crystal ball to make some predictions of. But before we go there, let me see if we have Zainab with us. Zainab, can you hear, please? Okay, maybe I need to pick a call. Andy, please stay with me. Hello, Zainab, can you hear me? Okay, your line doesn't sound too clear. Maybe you get to an open place. You know, you need to go out to the open. You know, outside. Yes, just go outside. Zainab is right now at Luth. She'll tell us what she said. Zainab, please go outside because sometimes when you're inside, the network can be really bad. Zainab, can you hear me? Okay, the line isn't clear. Please go outside. Are you outside? Okay. Yeah, we have to get back to Zainab. Network isn't too clear. Andy Akpotive, have you noticed anything similar to what the House of Reps Committee Health, the chairman of the committee, said he was told, about Luth, which has been denied in mixed way, sort of, by the CMD of Luth? Have you seen anything similar in your in the course of your work, maybe not in your hospital, but in some other hospitals around? Hello, Andy, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. Is this for me or for Zainab?
For you.
Okay. So, Kofi, it's everywhere. We started to practice, started running hospitals in this country, Kofi. There were a few friends, colleagues, doctors, nurses, and all that, who today, I can say to you that over 90 to 95% of them are out of this country. For a few things myself, I would have also relocated and left. It is to speak to the fact that, the medical community no longer have confidence in the system anymore. So, Kofi, to have the body, the soul, the spirit functioning together, this is exactly how it is also in the health sector. The body, essentially, is the people, the different professionals that you have in the sector. Medical doctors, the dental doctors, the radiographers, health information management scholars, the nurses. The different professionals, they make the body of the health sector. I did not even add the pharmacists, etc., etc. They make the body. Then the spirit of the sector speaks essentially the equipment that you have in this sector, the equipment that will enable the body to function properly is the spirit. Then the soul are the laws, are the if you may, the regulations that you have that makes for the body to be able to function and function properly. When there is no good communication, no better osmosis between the body, the soul, and the spirit of the sector, we have this kind of calamity that you are having today. Right, Kofi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
This kind of calamity you are having today is a function of like a mismatch, the gross failing of the government to realize that body must be in sync with the spirit and the soul for the sector to work. I predicted in my book, 3 predictions, major predictions. This book was released over 5 years ago, Kofi.
Okay.
I said in the book that there coming a time first when structures will no longer be needed to give care to patients. When structures, physical structures, hospital structures will no longer be needed, you will need professionals that are skilled and empowered to be able to deliver care to teeming people of Nigeria, population of Nigeria. And people will not need to physical structures anymore. That's the first prediction. I also predicted in that book that it's coming a time when you will find that professionals will be moving like the Israelis that are moving out of Egypt to the promised land. They will move in such droves that in order for the health sector to be able to function properly, the government will have to go hiring foreign professionals to come and do the work that the local professionals who have the skills to do it better and do it. Let me tell you why I say we have the skill to do it better. A doctor that is trained in Nigeria understands better how to treat malaria than a doctor that is trained anywhere else, especially in those places that do not have malaria, that malaria is not making.
Okay. And hold the thought. This is an interesting prediction you've made. I want to see if we've lost. Okay, Andy, I'm sorry about that. So you're saying your prediction is that first of all, technology will dismantle the structure we have as far as healthcare is concerned. Secondly, you're also predicting that will be a mass. You predicted there will be a mass exodus of doctors, which we're seeing. Thirdly, your prediction, this is a very strange one, is that the Nigerian government will be importing health workers, doctors, and all that to come to the country, Nigerians and the people residents of this country. Is that a possibility? Bearing in mind the fact that we have some doctors who are unemployed currently in this country, they don't have a job. They finished medical school.
So that's okay. And I said to you that the health sector is populated by people, not just medical doctors alone. There are nurses, there are pharmacists, there are laboratory scientists, there are health information management scholars, there are radiographers, there are public health people, there are radiotherapy. There are different professionals. The outside community, they think that it's just only doctors and nurses. I'm saying that. And watch this prediction. Kofi, get that book. Watch this prediction. I'm saying that the people who are to be employed, doctors, nurses, and all that, trust me, they are also fighting to see how they will get out of this country. Nigeria does not present for them the first choice anymore. Doctors, nurses, the different professionals, the pharmacists are not interested. Kofi must tell you something. Are you aware GSK is no longer in Nigeria? Do you know how much it is to treat chronic conditions in Nigeria, from ulcer to diabetes to hypertension? I can go on naming them. I can tell you some of the regular medications that you will need to get these conditions. Today, if you go to pharmacy and you are tempted buying it, what it was yesterday that was like 5,000, 3,000, today is like 56,000. Are you seeing the job? Pharmacy, for instance, who run community pharmacy are dying. They have been asphyxiated. They are taking life breath out of them. A government that is not serious about fixing the health sector. So you think that Anzium Health is Wealth was just created by an idiot? You do not understand that nothing moves, nothing functions in a society that is not healthy. It will take a healthy workforce to be able to be productive. If the workforce is not healthy, go see how Nigerians are dying.
All right. Andy, so this is a big issue. We need to look at solutions. I know the government has they made a statement, put out some policy. We're looking to see how we can get someone to talk about that. But I want to take some calls and then I'll come back to you. 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. So, Andy, you're predicting that this is going to get worse.
It is going to get worse.
Okay.
It is going to get, by 2024, you would shudder at the rate of, you see, the jackpot that they are talking about is the one to Canada, UK, and America. Trust me, the jackpot is going to extend beyond that. The jackpot will get to Japan. The jackpot will get to Australia. The jackpot will get to even some other African countries that we do not know.
All right.
These things I predicted over 5 years, writing this book over 7 years ago.
Okay, hold on, Andy. Let's put this call on the line. Interesting. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Samuel.
Samuel, nice to have you. Where are you listening to us from, please?
Yes, I'm from Surulere, Lagos.
All right. Okay, please go on.
Yeah, so what the man in your studio there is saying is real. But I can say it emphatically because I'm a husband to a medical doctor. And in fact, all our colleagues that I know of, they are no more in the country. In fact, the ones that are left are about to go. Even my wife and I, we are about to leave. For 4 months, they could not pay our salary. They say they omitted her name from the federal list or whatever. Somebody that has been collecting salary for the past 2 years, all of a sudden, they couldn't pay her. Until last 2 weeks, they pay her the backlogs. So they are not taking care of them. She goes to work. In fact, as we speak right now, she has been on call since 2 days now. And she came back this morning, and she's going back to another outside posting in Orile Agege. She works in FMC. So everything is real. Doctors are no more in the country. So that's
right.
My own take about it.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you calling in, my brother. Andy, please stay with me. We have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
My name is Louis.
Louis, where are you listening to us from, please?
Yeah, I'm calling from Surulere and one of Uber driver. So what the presenter is saying is, in fact, that's the gospel truth. You know, I've been carrying people to the airport, a lot of doctors.
Okay.
There's a young one I carried. I said, why are you leaving us now? He said, man, that I have the option to leave. I also carry a woman from the Air Force base. She's a medical doctor, and the husband also is a medical doctor. Those were they travel to Canada. See, she's leaving. Even what she gave me that they say bye-bye to Nigeria. So what he said is true. If you go to the airport, you see a lot of people living out the country.
You're not the one who called me before now.
No, I'm not the one.
Oh my.
My name is Louis.
Oh my.
I'm not the one. I'm
Right.
a driver.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, this is the second Uber driver who's calling us to volunteer this information. Thank you very much for your time. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
Emmanuel is my name, calling from Ikeja.
Emmanuel.
Kofi, how are you today?
Very well, thank you, Emmanuel, and you?
Very well, thank you.
All right, please.
Love your program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I followed through the discussion, and I want to just put this across. My baby had ear discomfort. She complained, and this baby is just like 4 years, complaining of ear. We went to the hospital. We discovered that everywhere was empty. Where is the doctor? They said they came, they didn't see the doctor, or they are waiting for one other doctor. Can you hear me?
You're loud and clear. Please go on.
Okay. They said they are waiting for one of the doctors. He's not around and all that. But from my inquiries, somebody told me that they had 4 doctors in that hospital. 3 had left. People were everywhere. The specialist, the ENT we want to see, we couldn't see him anymore. We started thinking of the next line of action, where we will take our baby to.
Okay.
I want to tell you that we have gotten to that point when the country need to rethink where we are heading to.
Thank you.
What is going on?
Thank you very much.
All right,
thank you very much. I appreciate the time. Okay, I'll go back to Andy, but Zainab is with me finally. Zainab, can you hear me? Yeah, Zainab.
Yes, very well. I can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, go. Good morning, Zainab. Yeah, tell us what do you have for us? Please go on.
Okay, so right now I'm in front of the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria, which is not too far from Isaac Olushola Dada Dialysis Center and Renal Institute. These places are very close to the admin building, the admin block. So I was taken to the security officers, who then further took me to the one Mr. Femi, who works directly under the PRO, Mrs. Fakeye. And subsequently, I got to speak with Mrs. Fakeye, who then told me that actually it is everywhere that there is shortage of staff, medical doctors in Nigeria. And that also, in a way, is affecting them. But with regards to the recent report on the about the 150 vacant wards, she did not respond to that question. She only told me that right now they have a function that everybody is preparing for. But if I am still very much available, once she arrives at the hospital, as she's on her way to the hospital, she's going to have me speak with her.
All right. Okay, but so you're saying she told you that they have a staff shortage issue in the medical system, generally speaking? All right. Andy, are you there? You listen to our listeners. You listen to our correspondent who is at Luth right now. What's the way out of this quagmire, Andy Akpotive? Because you said it's going to get worse.
Yes. So first off, I'm to tell you that, like I said when I started off, that I always see a glass cup as half full, not half empty. Some of the gains that stand to benefit from this would that our doctors will be better exposed. We would learn more. And when I say adult, let me just use a better word. Medical and non-medical professionals that are working in the hospital will get better exposure, better learning, on how to do things better, on how to use certain equipment better, and that by easier movement. We have seen this in past some countries, and China being one of them. How that their professionals moved to go and get certain learnings and moved on when the country was clean off. The first gain. The second gain is that you are going to see that people who have moved out because they would be, they will have better right standing economically. They will be able to send money home and help their families better and help the society, help the country, because you would be repatriating foreign exchange back to. I can give you a few more that are gains.
Okay. All right. So these are the benefits as far as you're concerned. Andy, we have to leave it at that. But I want to thank you very much for your time. We hope for the best, for better days. I hope your prediction that it's going to get worse to the point where the government will be importing doctors. We won't get there. I want to say I reject it in Jesus' name. I mean that Andy, I do. But Akpotive, medical health administrator, social reformer, thank you so much for your time. Oh my. Okay. Zainab, are you there?
Yes, I'm still very much here.
Okay, a final word from you. Is there anything you want to add before we go? Oh, the network has done it.
While I'm still waiting.
Go on.
Okay, so while I'm still waiting for Mrs. Fakeye to arrive, hoping to hear from her, she also mentioned that the issue of vacant wards has been addressed over and over again. So right now, they are not ready to speak to the media because that area has already been overflowed.
Zainab, thank you so much. We'll do some more talking when you come back. Thank you for the work you're doing, and I hope you get some good information from them when they're ready to talk to you. See you in the office after that.
All right, sure.
Thank you very much. Okay, we have to pull it at that. Anyway, I mean, you got to read between the lines. It's a problem. I don't expect the public civil servants to come out and say anything that will make the government look bad. I don't blame the CMD. He has to do what he has to do. But if you read between the lines, they're saying it's an issue there at Luth. And I guess I said it's a real problem. All right, let's go for a break. I'll come back and say goodbye.
Folks, the holiday season is here, and you know what that means.
It's time to treat yourself to Xiaomi's incredible India promotion.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3